What is going on, everyone? And welcome back to another review. It's What If. The series is finally here, and episode 1, What If Carter was the first Avenger? I've been waiting for this because, especially after they said that it's part of the MCU. It's like the extended, multiverse thing. Yes, it's animated, but it still is part of the MCU, and it kind of tells us what's happening out there in the multiverse. Now, this first episode is definitely intriguing. Now, before we get into it, spoilers. We're gonna go right into the details. Now, this one literally follows the first Captain America movie, which was the first Avenger. It's very bottled down. It instead of like a 2 hour or a 2.5 hour episode, it's a 30-minute episode. And that is actually its problem. It should have been longer. What you see in here as Carter being Captain America is actually awesome. All the characters and how things change, it's awesome. Steve Rogers actually becomes the first Iron Man. That is awesome. The animation is really cool. It's actually some of the best animation I think that they've done in this form, and it looks pretty. It looks great. It's easy to watch. The action actually looks pretty neat. So the characters, they do a slight difference because of how the events actually unfold. So their characters are a bit different, but they're not overly different from what the first movie did, the Captain America, the first Avenger. The issue is that Carter literally goes through the same moments. Yeah, there are a bit of differences in terms of the events, how they unfold, and there are few differences here and there in where they take place, but overall the story is the same. So what ends up happening, at least for me, is that when I watched it, it just felt like, okay, I'm going through the same thing, and it's pretty cool. I'm watching Carter do the same things that, Steve Rogers did in the first Avenger, but I want to see more. And it literally ends at the part from the first Avengers movie where they, instead of Loki coming through the portal on his own, they actually open the portal, Nick Fury and Hawkeye, and Peggy Carter comes through, because that's the ending of this episode. Instead of, them going after Red Skull and him getting frozen in ice, Peggy Carter actually has to stop this Hydra creature to go back into a portal, because the Tesseracts open a portal and this big ass creature comes out, and instead of in the ice, she goes through the portal. So they reopen the portal and she comes back after 70 years. So that's basically the story that changes. But then you want more after that. And the way episode ends, it's like, so this changed the possibilities. It was something like that. This changed the possibilities of the whole universe because of one decision that was made different. Well, that's what I want to see. It's cool. Like, this felt like an intro, and you want to see more. Now, the issue is that all the episodes are different stories. Unless they go maybe in the last episode and then they kind of show the conclusion of all the episodes all in one, and we are able to see how everything kind of affected the future. Other than that, it doesn't feel that it's necessary. Like, yes, it's cool and it's great to see the differences, but you want to see more. And that's what ends up happening with me, is that when it ended, I was like, okay, well, that's where I wanted to see that. Okay, Peggy Carter is Captain Carter, so let's see what it changed. Even if it was like 10 minutes of like stuff, in quick kind of flashbacks, just quickly going through, okay, so the Avengers, this event changes that, but like something, they needed to show that. They didn't go there. So it ends up being like, okay, it's a summary of the same thing that we've seen before, just for the different character, with a few differences here and there, and that's that. So because of that, It just feels that it's not needed, and for that reason, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's a great episode, in terms of, yeah, it's cool and you get to see the differences. It's just that you end up feeling like that, what you actually want to see is not shown, and it's kind of just going through the same steps that we've seen before, just a bit of differences here and there. So, what's your take on this? Leave a comment below. Let me know. And other than that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. If you like these kind of reviews, there are a whole lot others on the channel. Please go have a watch. And yeah, take it easy. Take care, and I will catch you all soon. Until then, ta-ta. Take care.